This bomb squad. Up front, Keanu Fredericks and Clayton Knott at props. Aiken Anderson gets his chance to shine at hooker, and lock partnership of Jamel Clark and Askari Dawood at locks, and at the back row, Aaron Stanley, who promises me a try here, and Jovan Henry Ali, who is captain, with big Guinness Phillip at 8. Number 9, Nathaniel Cadiz, outside half, TNT Treasure, Rory O'Farrell, enter partnership of Colin Alexander and Jonathan Taylor, with wings of Kelvis Figaro, and Malik Rayside. Fullback is Wazim Stewart. We are moments away. This is for the Robert Farfar Cup. We're having a good time at Larry Gold Stadium 2025. We thank the TTRU for making this possible. This game as well is brought to you by Apparel UTT, your brand. Let Caleb bring your vision to life. Nathan Archim to kick off for Northerns, and it is a high kick at Northerns. Apply that pressure, another kick goes to ground, and Big Guinness is there. Early pressure, but it's pushed early, and it is moved forward. Uh-oh, this is a big injury blow. He tried to put his foot on it. I'm going to ask the physio to make the way out. This is a big problem. This is where ACLs can be blown. Marcellus McCarty, a monster for Northerns. Our fingers are crossed, it's not too serious. And apologies, a small change has been made. Jamal Stewart has been moved back to fullback for Caribs. He of course back from national duty. Big performance in Mexico. And Kelvis Figaro on the wing, he has the rasp. Jonathan Taylor outside centre. The pocket rocket as he's known. And all the girls are talking about him. Rory O'Farrell, number 10 for Caribs. So everybody's eyes are on this matchup here. Can Northerns withhold this scrum? They've had to make a lot of changes to their starting tight 5. Jeremy Bonus might have to be quick from the base. They might not have the luxury of setting. And it is there, and it's held. And that's beautifully done by the tight 5. Out to Christian Henderson. And thank goodness, it goes around here to Salary, to Archim, who straightens his line. Counter comes, and Bonus is there. And it goes to Joseph Crossberg, off to Adam Fredericks, who takes it up. And Bonus is there, big pressure coming from Caribs. When Bonus gets it, goes wide to Ephraim. And it's steadied again by Jarrell McFarlane. And it is a penalty, unfortunately, not supporting yourself. And that is the problem we were worried about for Northerns. So much pressure in these rock situations. So Rory O'Farrell, golden boy of TNT Rugby, looks to clear. And it is a high kick. Is it going to be kept in? No, it's not. We're going to get a chance to look at the benches for both teams. And Jamal Stewart, well, he moves to fullback. Anderson Joseph, the island. Abraham Cross, Richard Stagland, Eno Douglas, Ronaldo Bermudez, Alex Randu, and Ronald Silverton. He's been on every team sheet. So here's Caribs' first line out, and Aiken does well. Goes wide, here's Rory, quick ball to Big Guinness, he's sucking in men. And look at the overlap he's going to create if he's ever brought down. Oh, Stanley just couldn't hold it. Aaron Stanley's going to be so frustrated with himself. But look at that, one line out, 40 yards gained. And Northerns are thankful that Stanley didn't get on the end of that one. Here's your bench for Northerns, folks. We're going to get numbers coming in shortly. It's Alex Adams, HD, Mark Roberts, JJ Marcellus, Raheem Walton, when he starts for the under-20 program, Anthony Thomas, the Dream George, Jaden Delaney down from Florida, Edmund George from Seapost, and Kevin Atwell He had a bad knee injury last year, but we'd love to see him back on the field. Here comes Stewart. He collects the first man to catch a high ball today. And it's passed out, but it goes down. Willie Grayside recovers. And he's looking confident. He breaks the first. And he's pushed down, but he stays just in bounds. Enough so for Katie's to get there. Another big carry. This time by Askari Dawood. And he's brought down. They make yards every time with those monster locks. Rory O'Farrell pushes out. Oh, and not. We're down, and it's in the hands of the captain for Northern. This is the chance they need, and it's a full penalty. Very smart call there by Geico. Want to come through the gate, and Adam Frederick, they want to take these points. They have that marksman, Nathan Archim, and the ladies from Cayman are looking very impressed. Well, I was speaking to some of them before the game, and they guarantee they're going to put 50 on TNT today. That remains to be seen, but we'll see. So here he comes, Nathan Archim. Plays a lot of his rugby at fly half, but he's moved to fullback for this game. Steadies himself. Northern's playing with the wind. They need points in this first half. Archim. Just pushed to the left. Oh yes it is! Well, the two touch judges. So again, thank you to Apparel UTT bringing you all today's games. Your vision, let Caleb bring it to life. Great to see Guy go back on the field. Still wish he would lose a few pounds, but that's a personal thought. And Rory O'Farrell looks to kick off. High ball. Joseph under it. And Grossberg, never in doubt. He's been pushing for national selection as well. And bonus deep ball back to Archim. And that's a nice exit strategy by the young man. Well done by Northern. But unfortunately they brought it back inside, so it's going to be from where they kicked it. And Northern are back in trouble. Keanu Fredericks, big performance last year. Askari Dawood, starred in Mexico. Jamal Stewart. So overthrow, and it goes right to Frederick. Everything working out for Northern. Did not look like he supported his body weight on that one, but it remains Northern's ball. Out to Johnny Stewart. Efron Patron trying to get involved as well. Big Rocke coming in there. Well done, but another turnover. And it is lost by Northern's. Not the cleanest. And once again, Katie's and Bonus getting at it. But Northern's unable to maintain these rocks. Caribs just so aggressive. Northerns have to meet them there. Big Gideon Phillips, who's playing 8 for Caribs. Massive run off that first line out. If they get that tight head push, this could be a long, long day for the men in blue and white. Take a look at it here. Muscles giving him a huge blindside, and O'Farrell sees it. No doubt in my mind they're going to want to roll. And here comes the Guinness. They look to go. O'Farrell comes around, and there's that ball. Beautifully done. Steps back inside, goes towards his support. He's tackled. Rory O'Farrell with it again. Staying on his feet just long enough for it to come and clear. And Kelvis is there. Big counter up comes, but can't be done. And Guinness once again moving towards that rock, setting it up. Northern's having trouble adjusting. They're half of them are offside. O'Farrell recognizing the problem and not takes it up now. Northern strolling back, that's not going to work. They've got to work to get back on side. O'Farrell, big overlap coming. Here he goes. 3 on, and here he goes again. Calvin, the Jovan Henry Ali. He's caught, and that is so well done by Patron wearing number 2. Caribs open them up. What set piece play. And I thought Jonathan Taylor was going to step back inside, That is his trademark, but he unselfishly passed. We of course are here for the Robert Farfar Cup. Immediately followed TNT Women against Cayman Island. It will be streamed for all their family and friends back home. So here's Northern's ball. First line out with Patron, who brings it down smartly at 2 bonus. They look at the use it. Christian pushes it, but it's right across the face. And this can be very, very difficult. It bounces again and it goes. Smartly collected by Strout. And it's there somehow. Salary goes, and there he goes. They have to match him. Pull back inside for bonus. And Northern, they can use it to the left. Christopher Hudson, nobody's back. Absolutely nobody, but now they're starting to adjust. And Kelvis rolls, and it's a penalty again at this rock. Brilliantly done. Well, Caribs are well versed at these rocks, and they have won 4 turnovers. Liam Cabrales took it in, but their body position just unable to get that separation. And Rory O'Farrell doesn't want 3. He's going for it all inside the 22. Jumping at 2. Not at the front of this line out. They're losing a little height without AC, and it goes to Knott. They've been using that play a lot in the Ruggerama, and Giddis carries it up again all the way to the 5. Here comes that clean rock. Everybody over. Big Ascari. He promised me a try. Is this his chance? He is meters away now, and it is a big overlap to the right. They can go both ways, and they knock it forward. That's the right idea by Jamal. It just didn't come off. And Northern maintain it once more. Northern's have had a few chances. They just can't see to get to that rock. I'm looking at their pack. They are missing some movement. Jonathan Stewart, playing open side, is going to put it all to bed and just try to secure rocks all day. They like to use him at a link man, but they do not have that luxury here today. Flankers. Another big scrum here by Northerns. I did not expect this. Well done, and they're actually moving forward. Bonus. Leaving it in smartly. The flankers holding, and it's finally out. And Bonus passes out to Christopher Hudson, who drops it. And a big, big mistake here by Northerns. Allow Caribs to, you'll bring your dream to reality. Muscles against Kelvis to the right. A matchup I would love to see. Giddis gets it there, and he does look to break. Here goes, but it wasn't on. That's well done by Strout. And Rory O'Farrell moves in, and Knott takes it up. They're trying to generate something now. They're adjusting. They're going to use Aaron Stanley smartly, and he breaks one. Always does that with those carries. Look at that rock work. Smartly done. And it's still there. Big overlap to the left. 5 on 3. Jonathan Stewart wants him. Easy as you like. Caribs RFC are on the board. But that's Jamal Stewart for his first try for Caribs for the 2025 season. And you saw what they did with Stanley. As soon as they set that rock, they rolled one over. Rory O'Farrell recognized that you have to honor the cutback. So the defenders were forced to stay. 1 out pass. Jonathan Taylor won't make a mistake. International player Jamal Stewart. And Jamal, could you give the crowd a little wave? Oh, God bless you. And the ladies of Cayman are impressed. We thank them again for touring TNT. We will be buying them drinks all night. Royal RFC with a massive victory. Chad Simeon with a big first half. And JP Williams with some excellent carry. Nice kick again by Achim, and it goes all the way to Jovan Henry Ali, who does not make any mistake. Carries it in, Patron brings him down. Another quick rock, and Rocke takes it in. And here comes the roll around again. It's a big overlap again if they don't recognize it. Tank wants it. No, Rory. Look at that ball out wide. There goes Malik. Malik back inside. And he's met well. Northern's working with the offside line. There goes that step. Beat 3. Northern's taking so long to adjust. And they are back on side, and there's that penalty. We saw it a mile away. Not releasing. So that's that relief valve, and when you have a kicker of the quality of Rory O'Farrell, it's all the way back in your half. Is it going to be kept in? Yes, he does. Nathan Achem stays in his 22 and returned with interest, but back to Rory. Rory now pushes. And he's looking, he's seeing his option. Big pass to Guinness, and Guinness will make no mistake. Here goes the tap. The tap gets it almost into Calvis Figaro. Steps out of bounds. And they look to go one time. They did set that line out. Northern's defense bending but not breaking. To get those forwards working, to just make sure you get it. Everybody is thinking about the next phase, but the only thing that matters is secure ball. They're going to have to limit the amount of phases. Use the boot you've got. Oh, Trufan steals it again. And they look to roll and not breaks. Not sure why he broke, but that was the option. And they're getting over. Out to Rory, and he recognizes it. But bonus call him up. No, they let it bounce, and it stays in bounds. With Northern's line out. Notice they move a Scary to lift at the front of these lineouts defensively, adding that height on the lift. So smart. And it is a short-arm penalty, and here goes Guinness. He doesn't need a second invitation. And another try. This time to Big Guinness. A Big Guinness. Some great movement here today. He's playing 8. She did well for the 7th program for Caribs last year as well. Stanley getting around, moving. That's what you want to see. A Scary Dawood as well. Even when he doesn't have the ball, he makes those people trying to get over the rock. And Rory O'Farrell with a converted try. Also, a massive option for TNT going forward at fly half. The kicks. It's hanging and Knott gets on it. Oh, Knott! Well, Clayton Knott is not thrilled with his take there. And Northern need to respond now. Jeremy Bonus looking very brightly at scrum half. He just gets that chance, but it starts with the Clays. Set it over and over. Setting up that next phase is completely irrelevant if you don't have steady ball. Northerns want to get to that 4th and 5th phase, but they might have to use the boot. Just get it forward, and another good scrum there by Northern, and here comes that push towards the cross break at 8, and he breaks, and here comes Bonus. Out wide, and it goes to ground. But Justin Salary gets it, and Bonus gets back, and Bonus steps, the Bonus stroke continues. And he runs in, and he must be released because he gets his knee down, and he was not, so it is a full penalty. That is a mistake there by Aaron Stanley. You heard the call coming in clear there from referee Geico. Are they going to take the points again? They smartly are. And Nathan Atchif just keep that scoreboard ticking over. Speaking to national coaches about this young man Nathan Atchif, about getting him involved in the 15th program. He is a bright prospect. He has that kicking range as well. I prefer him at fly half, but he insists playing him at full back. Here he goes. Ethan Achim just pushed to the left. But with these hurricane-like breezes, deeper. So Leon in his right to be there for the jump. He goes over on Muscles, out of position, lets it bounce. So Ephraim Snow, they're having some trouble competing against Jovan being lifted at 2 with a scary. Look at the height they get. And he smartly goes up over it. It is again stolen by Jovan. And Jovan recognized that the player was not there, so brought it down. Jovan is a man and a student of the game. And Aaron Stanley with another big carry. The young under 20 player. Brilliant. There he goes, a takeover. And there he goes by the tank. And a push up. A tank out wide. Back inside now, there's Aaron Stanley. Stanley! Stanley! Oh, sorry, that's Jonathan Taylor. Who else? And wait a minute, did he run out of bounds? It is a 22 dropout and they can go. There's no reason for them to wait. Christopher Hudson is calling for it. But they're being allowed to set. And it is blocked smartly. And Seechan with a little push, but that is the difference in physicality. And it's another penalty. Hands in the rock again. But Northern's refusing to wake up and meet them physically. Caribs. That is a nice kick there by Nathan Achim. He got the yards. I'm speaking here with Coach Knott for the National Sevens program. They're trying to bring Henderson into play. And they secure it. Jovan goes again this time. Again stolen by Jovan. And it goes straight out, so Northern's win it again. But it is the carry height difference. Option of as well to consider is move Adam to jump at 2 and let Liam pick him up to get that height. Brian Rajkumar at 1. But they go again, and it is again another error, and it is going to be a put-in for Caribs. Something's got to change. Are they going to drop to a 4-man line out of 5? It's the lifter height that's causing the big problems. He had that trouble in Mexico as well. Jarrell is great at his scrum, but his lifts are lacking a little bit of that pop. We struggled in the first 20 minutes. All very addressable problems. So it is Caribs' ball and they are setting a very deep back line. Let's see if they can fire again. Natty with a brilliant put in. Well done by Natty. Here comes Rory. Out of the tank. Here comes JT. And here comes him hitting the line at pace. And Muscles does enough to stop it. But they've made enough yards. And here comes that Rocke. They're committing. And it is a penalty again. Hands in the rock by Jonathan Stewart. He's so frustrated, he's going for the money ball. And Caribs take a yawn. Willing to get another line out. And a chip shot. And his wedge continues to work. But nothing there. And Jovan gets it free again. And they're going to play it. They're going to, oh! Finally dropped. And finally a mistake by Rory O'Farrell. He puts his hand up, tells everybody, I'll buy the first case. Northern's tight 5 holding thanks to Jarrell McFarlane. Liam Cabrales has done well in the second row. And another good scrum. And it goes down, but they're going to play it. And here's bonus, he looks to switch his side. Christian, out to Chris. And he looks for switching, they're going to play from the old line. Here comes Achim who steps back in. And he throws more than a 50-50, I'll give it an 8-20, and it's collected, and it's a try. No, it's held up! Somehow Northern's hold on. So in the goal line dropout, my apologies. Nathan Achim slams it upfield, and it's going to go all the way to Kelvin, who lets it bounce, and lets it bounce again, and a third and fourth time, a fifth. Kelvin recovers. Christian passes it out, but it's loose. Ascari can't get there. There's a chance. Northern lead, and picked up by Atcham! Nathan Atcham! Oh, what a try by Nathan Atcham! Well, from absolutely nothing, Caribs forced the ball and let Northern play off it. And how did Nathan Atcham, who kicked it off, how did he get there first? But Northerns are back in this game. They need to convert this. We cannot afford any points off the board. There's nobody who's going to rush and he's going all the way back. Why not just go 10 yards away from the line and do a trip shot? He's going to go far. And it's converted. All right, Atcham, I'll let you off you. Rory O'Farrell to kick off. So far, no team has looked confident under the kick. No team for the entire day. Jeremy Bonus, he wants it and he gets it. Well done, Bonus. And it goes, and it breaks. And that looks like young Bruce. And once again, Caribs are beaten, but it is quickly cleared. Out wide, here's Woody. And he wanted to push it back in, but he stays on his feet long enough. North looks to get there, and another very passive clear by Northern. Back inside to Grossberg. They need to get over, and Bonus throws a speculative pass. And here comes Adam Frederick, and he kicks it upfield. That's well done. And Stewart does enough to bring it down under control, and he's bringing it back. And he steps, and he goes, and he gets around his man. There he goes. Oh, Jordy Stewart, beautifully done. And brought back and knocked on again by Caribs. Their first game for the season, they expect some mistakes. And it is a penalty. Northern's willing to slow it right down. Their scrums are working well. Their line out suffering a lot. Henry Ali is winning the ball. So they again go for the line out. Still inside their half. The height difference with Leon. But they just can't do it with the list so far. And they're going to go safety. They're going to go all the way back. And it's stolen again by Jovan. And that's the problem we spoke about. Here comes that carry by big Jamal Stewart. It's again a very good clear. Out again, high ball. It goes and it's going to clean it. And Kevin can Muscle! Oh, if Muscles kept that in. He was off to the races. Those up and unders as well haven't been used, but when you're struggling with the line out, struggling with the clear, those are the options that instantly come to mind. Here's that 8-man pick, a bonus. It is a play on, no, it's another mistake. They give back possession in the center of the park. 2 Caribs. Green George, what number is he wearing? Can't see him yet. Big scrum. And here comes that break. They're going to show you how to do an 8-9. Which is Stanley goes to Rory, who always steps back. Big Tank now. Tank looks to step, but nothing there. Counter up comes in and instantly cleared. One more to Askari Daoud, who's met by Grossberg. And nobody's rolling around. And it is hands in the Rocke again. They're getting close to card territory here. Caribs with their line out functioning. You know what's coming next. So the only thing I would say is 1 or 2 of the same players are giving away penalties. It's quick, but it is not clean again. That's what happens when you play around with the front lifter. And it is there, and it is a penalty. And another penalty goes against Aaron Stanley, another person who plays on that line, but he's given away his 3rd penalty at the Rocke. He's got to be smart now. Nathan Atcham. Nobody covering that wing. And he's very lucky that he did not push it a little deeper. The Northerns working their way back inside. The numbers this time, Liam Cabrales pushes deep in. They're only lifting at 2. And they're looking to go all the way back at 6. And that is a wonderful throw by Ephraim. What a brilliant play. And finally they get to go forward. And he smashed back. But Northern with a wonderful line out. Bonus pushes it out to Adam Frederick, and he did go, but that's what I was talking about reducing the amount of phases. And Stewart gets there. Stewart met by Christian. And Jarrell does not maintain his feet and instantly gives away a penalty. That is some lazy work at Rocke. And he's kept in play though. Atch him under it, never in doubt. And he does. And it is a penalty offside in front of the kicker. Let's see what the call is going to be. The Northern slowly working their way into this game. But the tempo is so low. Gonna take another 22. Darius Aline wearing number 69. And it is a deep ball again, just misses his mark. And Aaron Stanley and Liam Cabrales up there. And another mistake. With McCarty, that is what you want to do. And here it comes, as I said, 8 to 9, McCarty. Bonus scores, and that is wonderfully done by Bonus. He's going to get down now, he does. Claire comes, so it's there to your left. And here comes Ephraim, does not want to pass. Yes, he does. And here comes Christian. He's getting over. It is Claire, and it's still there. Use his booty, 2-on-1. Oh, he just couldn't get his hands free. And it's a forward pass, and Northern's relieve the pressure. But that is what you want from the 8-9 pickup. Bonus did so well to straighten. Great game, man. Really good game. The big initial hit there by Northern. Here comes that drive. Northern's applying pressure. Here comes Bonus. And they smartly kick it out. And there's your half. So it is a very close game. Northern's just behind. And some big performances led by, well, we are back for second half action, everything on the line. Caribs with a slight lead. And here we go. Are they going to get a man under it? Yes, it is. It's Ephraim Patron who brings it under control, and it is his carry work. Let's see it. Here comes the boom, and he breaks again. I've been speaking about it. Oh, he gets back with his feet. And there's a clear, and Northern's finally get over a rock. Bonus over the ball. And it is a penalty again at Rocke time. Unable to bring it under control. And Caribs stop and go. They've got a big overlap to the left. They're pushing one out. Here's Aaron Stanley. No, they bring it back. Not tap from the mark. Rocke. Go on.
I'm confused as to what was the call. I was so focused on the referee's signal. I didn't make out what it was. I think he said entry from the side. Did you catch it?
I think that's correct. Of course, you can't look at the Flubcast later today, and we'll get all that information and more, but Rory O'Farrell makes his way gingerly back to go for the line again. He slams it downfield and they are back inside 22. Muscles, can he keep it in play? No, he can't. And it is a line out right on the 5-meter line. Caribs have looked, they're running right behind. Malika Rezai, of course, sorry. I've had quite a few days going forward. And they bring it down, and here we go. Are they going to use the tight 5? Are they going to roll around? It does go. The big Jamal. Here comes that play, and then it is a free run. Northern has to use it. Brought down inside the 5, and it's actually down there to the other side. But they go again. Carried back in. And the Starry going to get there. No, he's held just out. And it's still there for Caribs. Counter are coming. Is it stolen? And let's see the call. It's going to be a knock-on to Caribs, so Northern's hold. Look out for that big pick. Ball comes to the tight end hit. And once more, comes in again. Big finish is there. Here goes 8-9. No, goes straight to Rory. He goes behind his back. He goes to the ground and drops again. And a lifeline continues. Rocke, tell me a thought. His physicality has to be secure in those rocks. Northern's getting the chances. Caribs with a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes. A little early. 22 and get it. Yes, once again. They're saying not supporting your body weight. And get it goes. Get it. Out wide to Tag. Tag. Steps inside himself. Gets his hand loose to get it back inside. And get it. Get it. Oh, another try.
Excellent work by Caribs there. It is seeing the open space and running straight into it. I would say questionable by the referee. To me, Jonathan Stewart held his own, and there was one player that
supports his body weight and went straight to the ground, sealing off the ball. Well, go with Geico just to not be difficult. Big try by Guinness. He refuses to hail out all of his crowd. Wearing number 8, puts cane rolls in his hair, and what a performance there. Guinness, hail out the people. And another big conversion by Rory O'Farrell.
support, they're making breaks and not supporting the runners. Just like we saw with the run and the action run here. Once they have players able to support that run, they may be in a better position.
100%, and Not brings it down for Caribs. Look at that play again, it's so clean for Natty every single time. It's quite unbelievable. Rory under big pressure but gets his hands loose. Tam does the same into Jonathan Taylor, and look out folks, here we go, Stroh pushes it one wider. Back inside and a big tackle comes, and goes back. And Northern holding him there again, but it remains Caribs ball. O'Farrell very wide, and here's Jamal every time in the centre, just steadies that ship, sucks in defenders for that roll around again. Rory O'Farrell sees it, and he notices nobody is back, and he chips it over. Dream, the Dream moves to full back, and here comes the Dream. He's got lots of time, he stretches it up, and Rayside is up on him, and Rayside runs just enough. Here comes Kelvin. Kelvin back to. Oh, and unfortunately Kelvin had it there, and it is a knock-on. Knock-on, let's see what the call is. It is a knock-on from Jareem George. Big tackle coming from Rayside, and it's going to be Caribs ball deep inside Northern Town. For Caribs, big push again, and it looks all too clean. Here comes Rory. Chris is trying to cut it down. A one-out pass to Jonathan Taylor, who steps back inside towards his support, breaks one. Oh, here comes JJ, that's what he's going for. Lamb and everything. I'll tell you, if JJ could get his scrumming work down, he is a big prospect. Big tackle by Jonathan Stewart this time, but drove on Henry Ali as well, just to settle it back down. And here comes Aaron Stanley getting that go forward. Here comes Natty, big pressure again, and he steps back inside towards this traffic, makes it an easy clear. And the numbers have started to appear for Caribs. If they get their knee down, he does. So Natty making his way. And they're going to use big Marcus Daniels, and a big hit by McCarty this time. It's there, McCarty looks to contest and the breakdown. And it is a penalty. A tap and go. Here comes Christopher Daniel. All the way to the 22, national player, very talented. Goes to the right. Here comes Rory to Tam. I've said that all too much today. Out wide! And here's that. Oh, yes it is! Malik Rayside. What a try! Well, Malik Rayside, he is a finisher. Wait a minute! Malik Rayside stepped on the line. Well, Malik, another disappointment. It comes at your friend.
I'll call it right now. I'll call it back just now.
You know what, Rayside, I'm going to post a try anyway and pretend it didn't happen. Wide ball again, and once again, Ephraim hits his wide ball. There we go, it looked at Clay, and that is not the cleanest kick. Kelvin, can he get there and keep it in? It eventually trickles out of bounds, and Northern's having all sorts of trouble. And it up. Play the Rocke, and that one roll around creates numbers. Here's Jovan going back to 6, but he's thrown over. And Adam Fredericks wants it. Here goes Achim! Achim just held and somehow gets it to Pooney Hudson. Christopher, very Dream, who chips it right into the hand of Jonathan Taylor. And Jonathan Taylor brings it all the way back to the 22. Can Caribs adjust quickly? And it is a penalty to Northern. Well done by JJ. Well, JJ, I'll tell you something, in open play on that Rocke time, he is brilliant. Good at the Lineout, well, I'm telling you, the man is a prospect. His making some changes here at Lineout time. It looks like Jonathan Stewart, and it does go a front foot, and there's Jarrell McFarlane with a brilliant kick. And they secure the ball now. Here's Bonus out to Liam, Adam Fredericks, and quick hands, here we go, Marcus Bazardi. Oh, it's dropped again. And it's turned over. Here comes Aaron Stanley. Breaks one, trying to get back. Kareem unable to take it. And it's still there. It's completely play on. And here's Christopher Daniel who carries it into Adam Frederick. And Caribs continue their brilliant rock work. Natty feeds it out. And there's only one option for Big Keanu. It's always head first and head down. Play it again. Here comes Marcus Daniel who pumps up Adams. Adams came on the field for Northern there. That's a good option. Another young player. And a big take and Gillis drops it. And here's Northern's chance now. Let's see the call. Uh-oh. Problematic Big Gillis. He gets a yellow card. Sorry Big Gillis, but we saw that a mile away. And here comes Northern. Oh, just not taken from the mark. That was the right option there by Adam Frederick. Even when they hit the line out, they cut in another minute and a half off the clock.
Well, as you said, the line also 50-50, they decided to go for the scrum and use that man advantage. Somebody has to come in, so there'll be an open space and they find where it is.
1,000,000% and a great option here. Joseph Crossbrook at 8 bonus needs that chance. And I'll tell you something as well, he hasn't had a chance to play and get a lot of front foot ball, but Marcellus McCarty is a big option in that first center channel. As we talk about the strength of all teams as well, I think when it comes to rucking, where Caribs have been so exceptional, I always give Harvard a huge tip of the hat as well. That is one of their bread and butter, always getting in there to get that quick ball for this come up. Here's bonus again. He actually is looking at the blind side, and here comes that Rocke. Are they going to get that penalty before they use it? He does set it, and here it goes. He takes it out from, and here comes Achim. Achim wide ball to the Dream. The Dream. Set it, and here we go. And here comes the call. It is an offside. No wrap. It is a tackle without the ball. And of course, they gave up the option. Are they going to tap and go, or they're going to go for the line out? Well, technically, they took the scrum 25 yards there. Wasted 2 minutes, took one here, and then opted to go for the line out. And they look to go very deep and throw it over, and bonus is there, but it's not straight. So a very risky option. Dovan, that is the problem he's caused today, that you have to go all the way to 6. Surprised they don't go bullet at 4, but once again it's Caribs ball and they're willing to just waste time off the clock.
Really unfortunate for Northern. Interesting choice to go for the line out like we said, and it did not pay anything.
So again, first round of the season. I want to give another mention there to Ephraim Patron, who came on and had a great first outing. Speaking of people who might have a great outing here, Kareem Walton looks to be warming up. He's wearing number 24, another break here. And is at the island. It looks like Anderson Joseph. What an option to bring off the bench. Caribs with a big option out to the right. And look at the push. Here's Jonathan Till. He's been quiet today. He steps and breaks one. Here's the overlap. And gets it out. And Darius Alain. Somehow it goes down. And it is another knock on and a comedy of errors here by Caribs. And allow Keeman to get into it early.
I don't think so. I think the coaches and the players have something to prove here, and they will put their best foot forward. As much as we see Caribs has done here today. He tried to open, Northern trying to open play. It's gone on the right here, but he kept it in hand and safely went to one.
It goes out wide, and here's the Dream again, wearing number 26. He cuts back in, breaks it first and gets down, and finally a clean rock here by Northern. But it was, and there he goes, there's Chris Pooty Hudson! And they were back 10, and Christopher Pooty Hudson recognized that Caribs were completely offside, but they don't need to slow down too much as they reset. Are they going to take that scrum? Again. Remember, they're missing that 8, so if they get that front foot and lock out the flanker, they could go blind. Blind is completely open. Are they going to go blind? Everybody's screaming for it. They're finally adjusting, so now it's done. And there's a bonus! And it was a walk-in for everyone to see. And Jeremy bonus.
I mean, we read that from a mile away. What was Caribs doing? Why didn't somebody come to pick up the blind channel? Amazing, amazing. I'm not sure how much time we have left here, but it should make for an exciting final minutes.
I believe there's still lots of time. At some stage I'm going to buy a stop clock and have some fathom of idea. But if Achim could convert this, Northerns are back in this game. Achim! Oh yeah, Achim! That's what we're talking about, folks. And Northerns are back in this game. It's a bend and break. Big Eno Douglas on the field. It does look like Abraham Cross is joining the party. And Geddes is back on. Caribs breathe a sigh of relief. And Achim has looked so clean under those high balls. The one player for all four sides and has not dropped one ball there today. Not even looking to drive, it's all about the lift and just get it out all in hand. So they're going to go to 4 now. Here comes Eno for that lift and it's so well done out to Natty. Looks to push it out, the big Marcus Daniel. Daniel, he goes against Walton and surprisingly Walton can't make the tackle. Here comes that roll around now, they're going to use him again. One more out and Big Geddes back on the field. Options open it up, here comes Camp. One out, wait a minute. They picked up by Walton. Walton break. Almost free. And push out of bounds. Are they going to go back? Oh yes, they are going to go back for that scrum. Rocke, Northerns might just steal it.
Yeah, these changes have put all the energy back into the Northerns team. They look like a team that's on the front foot right now. Caribs.
There's any pressure. He puts himself back on to steady the ship. It's quite amazing. Nathan Achim has been moved to fly half and he has been stellar. Chris Cooney Hudson moves to inside center. Let him Marcellus McCarty handle outside. And here he goes, Bonus. He's under a lot of pressure. Can he get the ball free? He's smart, he doesn't throw 50-50, gets his knee down as well. And Caribs looking to get there. Here's JJ, he looks to push it out. And they push one more. Here comes a big carry up. And can they get over it? It is once again. They lost it. And what a performance. Here goes at the top. Richard Stavron, surprise. But it's loose. And can he get his foot down? No, he can't. Jonathan Taylor again. He's got to roll away. He finally does. Natty using Big Geddes. And he's been a revelation since back when he parked again. Natty settles it down. Oh, a penalty. Blatantly from half. And that is a clear yellow card. And Nathan.
And we were just saying that they were on the front foot, looking like the team about to score. It's tough for them now with the experience of Stagland on the park now. That will steady the Caribs. Should we see them here go forward, almost all the way to the try line? Is this a?
It might be. It is actually held up and Northern's hold. And once again, the men in blue and white. And another substitute coming on here. Here comes Edmund George from Steeples. There's going to be a goal line drop out here. But Caribs again, what happened is they brought on Anderson Joseph, who is 8-man galore. They break to the right, they push it deep here. I'll talk about it after. It goes all the way. It looks like Darius Lane against Walton. And Walton just unable to bring him down. Northerns have their foothold in the game now, but they've got up the tempo. Stewart is looking exhausted. They started, it's chipped over, and Jareem makes his way back. You don't want to give this man a chance. Here comes Jareem. He brings it forward. And Jareem hacks it upfield, but inside, and it's dropped. And Stagland is there, but not to get his hand on it. Jonathan Stewart to Stagland. Out wide. Oh, dropped by Walden, but it's gone backwards. And Walden Stewart met by Bonus. And another big tackle. And Marcus Daniels met by JJ. The hits coming in from JJ. Big improvement in the physicality for Northern, that's no doubt. But it's there, can they stop giving away penalties at the Rocke? One wider. It looks like Abby Cross. Out to Anderson Joseph, who breaks the first. Smartly doesn't throw a 50-50. Makes yards somehow. Now he's getting his hand loose. And he's inside the 22. Natty there again. Perfect foot placement. Wasn't able to get it to Geddes, so he's got to go very wide. And here's Daniel. Let's see the call. Uh-oh. Caribs returning the favor and they get a yellow card. And let's see who it is. apologize, it's actually a late play there by Northern.
Putting his hands up to the heavens. These simple errors, indiscipline creeping in, and not putting Northerns in a very difficult position.
Down to a 5-man as well, they're going to go on 4, and it dropped. A mistake by Caribs, but he somehow maintained possession. Marcus Daniel pushes up 1, all the way inside the 5, the meters away, here goes Napoli! And speaking about recognizing the post, Nathaniel KD saw that a mile away, easy pick. I'm tired of telling people in TNT, if you get there and there's nobody in front of you, pick up the ball and go straight.
Basic defense lacking there, filler and post. We learned that.
Something that scrum off, he makes his way up the field. Christopher Pudi has something to kick off. Edmund George looks to contest. He's wearing number 21, C-post player, under 20 player. He is worst man to give it to, Anderson Joseph, and he cuts right back in. He wants to highlight 40 Flub gas, and he takes it up, cuts in 5, and easy ball. Nathaniel Katie's out, look at his foot placement again, opening up his space to where he wants to pass it to. Dream George gets back, gets his hand on it, and Dream steps on. Here goes the Dream, becoming a nightmare to Edmund. Edmund breaks, Edmund back inside, planning at men there to play the 2. And the new strung off, he's taking his time to set it up, and Caribs are there. Here comes that counter up. Chris Pudi Hudson is through his legs, not the cleanest. He tries to step back in, he's under a lot of pressure. He breaks 1, and he's back, he somehow gets the 3. And it is there, and it is a knock-on Caribs ball.
I'm unsure as to why that ball stayed in the base of that run for that long. The team was...
TNT equally ready to fire. I did not realize I would be helping with the stream that much. But we're going to have a great time as the team sheets continue to roll in. Nathaniel Katie's at the base, and it's going out again. Rory sets himself, gets forward ball. Here comes Jonathan Taylor, who steps back in. Here comes Jonathan Taylor! Jonathan Taylor! Once again! Oh, Johnny Taylor!
With a 2-man advantage, the space out wide was undeniable. And with things like that, it was one-way traffic home.
So many spots as well. Jonathan Taylor, take a bow. He'll never wave to us up in the crowd. Just that's the way the man is. But he's wearing those orange boots and the red socks, and he refuses to acknowledge any praise. Great ball by Rory O'Farrell. 2 national players combined, and there it is, another try for the men. And here comes Christopher Pudi Hudson to kick off once more. A wonderful kick, and Guinness gets on it. Well done, Guinness. Good ownership of it. Gets out of his 22, brings it down, and here's Kate East again. Number 1 scrub off in TNT, and Staggy looks to push. Here they go, and they've got to overlap. They look to switch it. It just didn't work. It was on, and Pudi gets it back. He wants to push it back inside to the young player. He wants to go very wide. Here he goes. And here comes the strength of JJ. He needs to get his knee down. He does, smartly. But his scrum off is taking his time. And Adam Fredericks recognizes that. And he gets flummoxed for it. JJ getting over the ball. Caribs are so relentless at those rocks. If you take your eyes off them, they're going to get that shot on you as they should. And here comes Jordy Stewart. A little bit loose. Gets it over to... Oh, here comes Delaney! All the way from Florida! Can Delaney get himself on the try sheet? Inside the 22 now. Nobody from Caribs working back. There he goes again. Northern's with a try, and they just straight the line. Man to their right. And let's see that call. It should be a penalty quick tap. What are they waiting for? Grosberg finally goes, and he's using him as a shield smartly. All the way to the 5. Should be an advantage anyway. There he goes. Adam Fredericks back inside. Adam Fredericks! Oh, he's there. Adam Fredericks. He's receiving top, and he's on the score sheet.
Against all odds, 2 men down, and still able to pull one back with the relaxed Caribs defense there.
With a big performance, Northern looking sharp and burst there. Thank you, Aaron Rocke, for coming out. Thank you, everybody here, for coming. And the next game is the TNT women versus the Cayman Island ladies. Thank you, Rocke, and the